Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today for another one of my card making for beginners in my series. I make very simple little cards, perfect for beginner stampers, without trying to not use too many products, so that you should have things in your stash that you can call upon to use. Today we're making this lovely simple stamping birthday card. It's very, very simple, no layers, no embellishments, just it's a sip card, what Stampin' Up would call a sip card. It's stamps, ink and paper. Basically you need something to stamp on, you need a stamp pad and you need some inks, and you're off. And so this is a very simple one. Now this time I'm using this set, Sweet as a Peach. Now when this appeared in the catalogue, it is on page 60 and 61 in the catalogue. I wasn't drawn to it, I have to say. I looked at it and I thought, don't know, I don't think I'd really say sweet as a peach or have a peachy day to anyone. I do like the happy birthday greeting and the thanks so much greeting, but I don't really know that I'd use peaches too much. But since then, and I hadn't noticed here this card with just the flowers on, I've seen so many lovely flowers using this using this flower spray and this foliage. And I thought, actually, I love that. I love the fact that you can substitute the peaches for flowers and build up a little floral spray, really. So yes, I had to have it. It dropped into my basket. So yeah, I was really happy to get that. So yeah, that's it in the catalogue. So you can see today, no sign of a peach. I have used peachy colours, but no sign of a peach here. I've used the flowers, which coordinate with this spray. So this spray stamps like that, all as one, and then either the flowers fit in these spaces or these little peaches. So you could choose, if you wanted to use the peaches, you could use it with this foliage spray, but I'm just using the flowers today. As you know, I'm a bit of a floral girl. Any stamp sets with flowers in the catalogue is going to grab my attention. I don't know why, they're just my favourites. Flowers for most of the year, and snowflakes for Christmas. Give them 2 lots of stamp sets and I'll be happy. Anyway, so let's see what we're going to do today. So I have stamped mine on one of our note cards. Now if you don't know, our note cards come in packs of 20. They are on page, quite tricky to find actually in the catalogue. They're on page 136 of the annual catalogue, and they're down in this corner here. Note cards and envelopes, you can have them in very vanilla, which is our creamy colour, basic white, which is our very smooth white cardstock, which is beautiful to stamp on. And you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes already scored, ready for you to make card bases, and they are £6.50, so a bit of a bargain really. They're slightly smaller, they're 5 inches by 3.5, slightly smaller than an A6 card base, which is what I normally use, but they're actually quite a nice little size, and they're so useful to have in your collection. Just to grab when you're in a real hurry. I always have a pack on the go, and I love using them. They're really lovely, and like I say, it's our lovely smooth card, which is great for stamping on. And the envelopes as well, really lovely smooth paper, so you can decorate the envelope as I have done there. So let's show you what I did. So I took my note card, it comes like this, and you probably can't see on camera, and in fact that one doesn't look like I've picked up one that hasn't actually been scored. I'm presuming it's the right size, yeah. Hasn't actually got a score line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold it myself. But oh yes, now as soon as I did that, I can see the score line. Can you see it has got a score line? Just couldn't see it. It was very subtle. So if you don't think yours have got a score line, just bend them and it probably will appear. So you need a really nice firm burnish with your bone folder, because these will spring open. You can see that's still springing open a little bit. Doesn't matter, it just means you need to hold it down when you stamp, otherwise you might catch the stamp before you stamp on it. I might open mine up. No, I'm not, because I don't want it to go around the back. I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper, because I've got lots of videos to make today and I don't want to keep changing my grid paper over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it the other way and burnish it again. So this is just breaking up the fibres at the crease, which should help it to lay a bit flatter, so they won't have so much strength in that fold. Oh, there we go, that's perfect. Right, okay, so the stamps I need are the 3 flowers, this leaf spray that's got gaps in it. For the centre of the flowers, I then need this little sort of starburst stamp. And for the little flowers that I've decorated around here, it's this little 3 flower stamp. And then of course I need happy birthday. So first of all, we're going to stamp happy birthday. Now, on this card, I used soft succulent for the green. I used pale papaya and pumpkin pie for the flowers, and these were stamped in So Saffron. I'm going to change it up a little bit today. I'm going to do blue flowers. Why not? We can have blue flowers, or bluey turquoisey flowers. So we're going to start off with Coastal Cabana. So these are nice clear stamps, so you no problem positioning them. Should be able to get it nice and positioned and straight. I've got ink on the bottom there, and I don't want to catch it on my paper, so I'm just going to wipe that away with a wipe. I don't know where my long thin block has gone. This is why I've got it on here. If you had it on a long thin block, you wouldn't have that problem. Right, so try and centre it, and just above centre vertically. There we go. Beautiful. So that's in Coastal Cabana. I'm then going to take Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to do the leaves today in Pear Pizzazz. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do 4 impressions of this stamp, 1 in each corner. So I'm going to come down here, look like it's stamped, it's inked properly, and stamp there. Then I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to stamp in this corner. Then I'm going to turn my card round, and I'm going to stamp in this corner. And this just fills up your card really nicely, but it's so pretty, just really pretty. And it's so quick to make a card like this. If you're really stuck, need a card quickly, this is a perfect design. Right, let's put our Pear Pizzazz away for the moment. And then we're going to go with Pool Party for our flowers. So they're going to be pale turquoise and then a brighter turquoise centre. Right, now this stamp, if the leaves were up that way, if the leaves were up that way, up here, this stamp goes like this. So the smallest one is the middle one, and the biggest one goes at the top. So they go round this way. You can just move that around until you feel you've found the right position where they're going to be positioned, where they more or less touch the stems in the right place. So that is going like that. So I'm going to ink up with Pool Party, hoping that I'm going to like this colour combo. Just getting that lined up. I think I've got it quite in the right position yet. We'll go for it. There we go. So that's one impression. Turn it round. Big one at the top again. Smaller one to the side. I don't know why I can't get this positioned properly tonight. I did it perfectly earlier. Just doesn't seem to want to. Oh, that's better. There we go. There. Great. And then round here. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't fit exactly, because nobody's going to be examining it in any great detail, but it's nice if it does line up. And then last one here. And they are intended to stamp a little bit unevenly. That's meant to have a sort of watercolory look. So don't think that your stamping is just gone a bit wrong. It's just the way the stamp set is meant to look. Like so. There we go. So that's all my flowers for the moment. I'm then going to come back with Coastal Cabana and use that to stamp the centres of my flowers. This little starburst stamp, which is quite cute, but it's just brings those flowers to life by putting a little darker middle in them. So I'm just doing one stamp inside all of those flowers. There we go. And I'm going to grab my So Saffron again, just to do the little flower images that I used as a bit of an infill. So let me grab my So Saffron, put my Coastal Cabana away. And just infilling wherever there's a space with these 3 little flowers. Turn it round so they're facing different ways, but just filling in the spaces. You could leave it, you don't have to do this bit. If you liked it without these, you could leave this bit. Don't have to do it. You could choose a different colour to do them in, all sorts of choices. You could do these flowers in any colour you like. Any of the flowers on the card you could do in any colour you like. I'm going to leave it there, I'm not going to do any more. And there you are, there's the front of the card, all finished. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the centre of the card. I'm not going to use the leaf spray this time. I'm just going to stamp the flowers in Pool Party again. And I'm going to position it so that they're kind of in the corner here, like that. And I'm then going to take the little centre and do that again. Just the centre of these 3 little flowers. Of course, you could have done this at the same time as you did the front, so it would be a bit quicker if you're in a hurry. And then I'm going to take this tiny little, where's the stamp set? This tiny little leaf couplet and just decorate my flowers with that. So I'm not going to use the bigger leaves, just going to use this tiny. And you see I've just used the tiny little leaf there just for a bit of difference. So this carries on the theme from the front, but not exactly, just slightly changes it up a little bit. And so just put those 2 little leaves wherever you think one needs to go. Maybe one more there. That's enough, I think. And then just to finish off, once again, I did just a few of the little flowers in So Saffron. And that just pulls your theme through from the front of the card to the centre of the card, which I always think with handmade cards is a really nice touch. So it's not something you always get in shop cards. And if you wanted to, like I have on my card here, you could stamp Happy Birthday again. Save you writing it inside. So it's the same stamp, same Happy Birthday. And just centre it and make sure it's straight, ready for you to add the rest of your message to the card. And we're not quite finished yet, because we are going to decorate the envelope. So here's my envelope to go with this one. So I've done exactly what I've done on the card, apart from the yellow flowers. So I've done the leaf spray in the corner of the envelope. Who wouldn't love to get a card in this envelope coming through the post? So lovely. There we go. So just put that, and you don't want it to go too far into the envelope, so maybe stamp it a little bit off. Right, okay, I've got a smudge there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another one. I've put a little bit of a smudge there, so I'm going to disguise it. This is what I do all the time if I make a mistake. I cover it up with some stamping or a sequin or something like that. Right, let's take our Pool Party and stamp our flowers. If I'm stamping at my leisure, I tend to wash my hands quite a lot. Of course, when I'm on camera, I don't tend to do that quite as much, which is why sometimes I get smudges. Right, let's try and get this positioned. Back there, back there. There we go, that will do. There we go. And then I'm going to need to put another little one. So this one, So I just want the big flower really. There we go. So just put that there. And then again, we just need to come in with the Coastal Cabana in the centre of those flowers. And then we are done. We've got 2 beautiful birthday cards there, ready to send out. I've had my June of mammoth birthday. I have so many birthdays to remember in June. Calms down a bit in July. Actually, I'm going to see, I wonder if I can do another flower just to link them together, because I don't think that looks, no, actually I might not. I'm going to leave it. Just going to leave it as it is. There we go. So, where's my card? There is my pool party flowers. Here are my pale pizzazz flowers. I've got another video coming out fairly soon showing you a bit more of a stepped up image with this stamp set, but for today I just wanted to keep it very, very simple stamping with Sweet as a Peach. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching that. If you go down to below the video, you'll see a link to my blog, and there'll be pictures of this card, so if you wanted to save it onto Pinterest or save it somewhere for you to look at later, you can do. There'll also be a link to all the products that I've used and to my shop. And if you pop over to my blog, if you do click my blog, you can then sign up for my newsletter. I try and send a newsletter out every month. I won't say that I'm absolutely reliable, but I do try and send a newsletter out every month. And when I do send a newsletter out, I always have a special offer in it for my newsletter readers. So if you'd like a special offer round about once a month, then do sign up for my newsletter. Or you can press the green follow this blog button and follow my blog by email, so you get a notification every time I post on my blog. I post all my videos on my blog, so that way you won't miss any blog posts and you won't miss any videos. That's it from me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll be back very soon with more crafty inspiration for you. Thanks very much. Bye bye.